Hello dear students of class 5, welcome back, and we'll continue with the same chapter, that is chapter 11, and the topic is A School with a Difference, written by Edward Verrell Lucas. And in the beginning of the story we came to know that Edward Verrell Lucas, the narrator himself, had visited Miss Bim's school, and in which he had witnessed or he has seen so many disabled children in the school that was run by Miss Bim. And out to his surprise is that Miss Bim revealed that the children who were physically disabled in the school, they were normal children. None were physically disabled. All were normal children. And what was the surprise here is that they all were asked to practice as well as to participate the day assigned to them. Okay, and I want to read that main part where we have stopped, and in which Miss Bim reveals saying that in order to get a real appreciation and understanding of misfortune into these young minds, we make them participate in misfortune too. So this is the main aim or the main purpose of the practice that was done in the school. And into which she adds that in the course of the term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one maimed day, and one dumb day. Your maimed is a wounded day. Okay, so they need to practice in this, they need to participate in this day. Every children were supposed to participate in the particular day that was assigned to them. So during the blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely, and it is a point of honor not to peep. So obviously their eyes will be bandaged and they are asked to not to peep. And the bandage is put on overnight and they wake up blind. So the bandage was not put in the morning. They were already tied overnight. They were put overnight and they wake up as a blind. This means that they need assistance in everything, and other children are told to help them and lead them about. It is educative to both of them, that is the blind and the helpers. So the bandage is not put as in the morning before they arrived to school. The bandage was tied overnight itself, and they were assisted everywhere wherever they needed help. And she says that it is educative. Okay, because of this, making a blind to one person and assigning a help, giving a work to help to the person, is also, it becomes educative to the both, as to the blind as well to the helper. So then into which she adds, she says that there is no hardship about it. Miss Bim continued, everyone is very kind and it is really something of a joke, although of course before the day is over the reality of the affliction must be clear, even to the least thoughtful. So here the affliction is hardship. So it's not a joke. What he says that even the least person who thinks about it, okay, it's not simply of being a blind. Somewhere, somehow, they learn some lesson. The person, whoever is assigned in the particular day, and to the children, okay, the children who is assigned and the particular day is to be as physically handicapped or disabled, and the person who is asked to assist those disabled, those pretending disabled students, they all learn something towards the end of the day. What she says, the blind day is of course really the worst, she went on, but some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most dreaded. Obviously, what she says that the blind day is what they say is the worst. But some says the worst or the most toughest day is the dump day, because there, of course, the child must exercise the willpower of only, for the mouth is not bandaged, because as eye can be bandaged and you can control, it's also very tough. But here is compared to be a dumb, a person who has a capability to speak, but staying for pretending as a dumb for the whole day, it is very tough, and it's a matter of willpower, what she says, because the mouth cannot be bandaged. But come down into the garden and see for yourself how the children like it. So why don't you join down and ask or inquire to the children who all are participating, what she said to the narrator. Miss Beam lead me to one of the bandaged girls, a happy little thing whose eyes under the folds were, I felt sure, bright and twinkling. And she took him after saying that, why don't you go and join and inquire, or just go and join and ask yourself to the children who are participating. Then what she said, then she led him towards the girl with the eye bandaged, and what he felt was the girl was with a happy little thing whose eyes under the folds were, and he felt that the eyes were bright and twinkling. Then Miss Bim introduced to that girl, saying that, here's a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Bim, and left us. So she just introduced one of the girl with the eye folded. Then let's see the next. Don't you peep? Don't you ever peep? I asked, by way of an opening. That means by way of opening is as a way of starting a conversation, because the girl cannot see, and as the narrator can understand. Just to start the conversation, he said, don't you ever peep? He just asked. Oh no, she exclaimed, that would be cheating. But I'd no idea that it was so awful to be blind. You can't see a thing. One feels one is going to be hit by something every moment. Sitting down, such a relief. What he said that when the narrator asked, don't you ever peep? Then she said, oh no, peeping may be a kind of against the rule. You may break the rule. If you peep, you will be cheating. What he said that? And being a blind is so dreadful, because every sense, when someone is blindfolded, what they feel is that they want to hit. Every moment they feel very, very insecure, because what they feel is that every moment they feel that the thought that comes in their mind is that they are going to hit in something. So sitting in one place would be a kind of relief, what she had said. That is of her experience. Are your helpers kind to you? I asked. Is your help the person who are assigned to you, are they kind to you? The narrator asked. He inquired, to which she said, pretty good, not so careful as I shall be when it's my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best. It's a perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you would try. So when he inquired, are the person who are assigned to help you, are they kind to you? Then she said that pretty good, but not as such good as me, because they may be they may not be take it seriously. And what to her conversation, what she added is that, but those who are already blind, I think they are better. They can understand much better, so they can take care of the person whoever is blindfolded for the particular day. And she also asked this narrator, would you like to try? Okay, then he did not just reply saying yes or no, but he changed the topic. That by saying that, shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. So the author did not say that I want to try. He did not reply yes by saying yes or no, but he just changed the topic saying that, can I lead you somewhere? Then to which the girl said, oh yes, let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about the things. Being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I will get hurt. Where are we now? So as they were just this one Naju was leading her. She was talking. She was saying something, that is, she was ready to go with her, and as they were walking, she was talking, saying that being blind is so frightening for her because every time she is worrying about that she may get hurt or something, and she may get hurt. Okay, and in between she asks where we have reached now. Then towards like the question she asked, where we have reached now. Then the author said, in the playground. I said, we are walking towards the house. Miss Beam is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. And already before, as when he said, do you want to go somewhere? Do you need help? Do you need my help? Shall we this one? What the author said that, do you want to go somewhere else? And to which he already had said that, clearly stated that in between, as they walk, one has to describe, and the author was doing his part. He also started to describe, and he said that we have reached the playground and we are already towards the house. Okay, where Miss Mim is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. Okay, then she asked, what is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. Then the author replied, a blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. And I think it's a Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She is the head girl. So she, being a blindfolded also, she is able to recognize the tall girl who was wearing a blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse, and her hair was light, and she was none other than Millie, as been described by the author. And she also said that, yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. And we also came to know that the girl here, Millie, is also a head girl. And then author again described about saying that there is an old man tying up roses. I said, yes, that's Peter. He's a gardener. He's hundreds of years old. See, being blindfolded also, as someone describes of the person, the kids are able to identify. Then the author just said that there's an old man who's tying up the rose, and then he just had said that sentence. She just said that. Simply she said she said that he's a Peter, and he's a gardener, as well as he's 100 years old. So we walked on that way. As a author started to, as they were on the way, described, she was able to she was able to identify, and this was how they all had a good time. They had spent a good time together, and so we walked on. The author says, gradually I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. He also started to discover that the author had become 10 times thoughtful that he ever thought I could be. So I also realized that if I had to describe the people and things to someone else, it made them more interesting to me. So other thing that he, not with the thoughtfulness also, what he discovered in him, that is the author within him, is that to describe about the people to someone else, it became it made them more interesting to me. Okay, so it was very interesting. That part was very interesting to him. Then I told Miss Beam that I was very sorry to go. To which she replied, "Ah," she replied and said, "then there is something to my system after all." So this is how the story ends. Towards the end, what the author says that he has become very thoughtful, and it was very interesting part for him to describe about the people, which made him so interesting, so that people could reveal or they can identify. This was what he came to reveal about, or like he could discover about himself. And towards that, he felt very sorry by saying that by leaving the school, or just after spending a quite quality time with the students there, he felt very heavy in his heart. So towards when he met Miss Bim and said that I'm leaving, I'm going back, then when he revealed that I am feeling very heavy while going back, then she said, what he said is, there is something to my system after all. That is why the school run by Miss Bim is quite a little bit unique and different. The core message here in this story is about our attitudes towards the physically disabled people. Those physical disabled people, they need our acceptance. They need our help as well as support, not our pity. That's what it's the core message here. Those people who are already disabled, physically disabled, they need our acceptance, help, support, not our pity. This is what the message is given by this story. And we should be able to understand the challenges that are faced by the disabled people, and we also has to be very sensible towards their needs. We have to always extend our help and support. We have to accept them, but we should not show pity on them. This is the main message of the story. So students, read the story and go through the textbook. Read it once, twice. So meet you in the next video with a new chapter. Thank you.